This is the knee pain rehabilitation plan 3-time Olympian Mirabai Chanu used in the spring of 2025 that took her from limping to winning gold at the Commonwealth Championships in just 10 weeks. And from a painful single leg squat to front squatting 297 pounds at 106 body weight, her biggest lift in 2 years. As her physical therapist through 2 Olympic Games, multiple World Championships, and a world record performance, I've helped Mirabai work through multiple injuries and keep lifting massive weights. And in this video, I'll show you the exact 4 exercises I gave her to erase knee pain, 2 of which use a band trick to enhance glute activation you probably haven't seen before. Let's dive in. This first one was one of the most impactful exercises for fixing Mirabai's knee pain, the single leg bridge with band. Now, this exercise without the band is already great for targeting your glute max muscle to extend your hip. And research has consistently shown a link between impaired glute function and knee pain. Now, I chose this single leg version over a loaded glute bridge or hip thrust that most would use to build their glutes for one simple reason. Performing a glute bridge on one leg requires more core and hip stabilization, meaning more small stabilizing muscles will be activated to maintain pelvis and trunk position. And if your pelvis and hip stability is a problem on one side, like it was for Mirabai, you end up compensating and feeling other muscles trying to help perform the movement. That's when the band comes in. When you place a band around your legs, its pull is attempting to cave in the knee. Your body naturally has to respond with increased glute medius and minimus activation to stabilize the leg and pelvis. Doing so also stimulates the glute max to an even greater degree, which is why this variation instantly allows many to finally feel their glutes working hard. Now, the main technique used for this exercise are to open your hip up slightly against the band pull, place your hands out to the side for a little balance assistance, drive your foot hard into the ground, and squeeze your glutes as you lift and hold the top position for 5 seconds. The most common mistake is to not have correct band tension. Too little and you'll feel the prior compensations or knee pain. Too much and you'll just get pulled over. So find that middle ground of just a little tension to open up against for the best results. Another problem for some is feeling their hamstring cramp. This 2017 study found a possible solution. By bending your knee to 135 degrees instead of 90, you put the hamstring on slack, meaning you only feel your glutes working. Okay, next I gave her an exercise that put all the focus on the lateral glute muscles like the glute medius, the DNS Star. Now, DNS stands for Dynamic Neuromuscular Stabilization. It's based on the rehab and training approach developed by Czech physiotherapist Dr. Pavel Kolar. The goal is to retrain movement patterns, not just strengthen isolated muscles. So, for example, if you saw my recent video, a side plank has been shown in research to be one of the best ways to activate the glute medius. But strength alone isn't enough. Glute medius has to activate in coordination with the rest of the body to control knee movement during a squat, for example. That's where the DNS Star comes in. Start on the ground with your knees bent in front of you. Drive your hip up and forward into a side plank. Lift your top leg. Then you're going to hinge down and back up. It may not look like it, but this movement actually mimics what you're doing when you squat on one leg. You need a stable leg and a pelvis that rotates around it. Do this 5 to 10 times and you'll really feel your downside glute medius working hard, as it's being used in coordination with the rest of the body to stabilize the pelvis and leg. A common mistake is to just drop the hips back down to the ground. So one cue that helps a lot of people is to imagine there being a fire on the ground. Don't let your hips catch on fire as you hinge back and forward.
Now, for most people, that's going to be way too tough to start. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to do the side plank clamshell, moving into the side bridge, and just open your top leg. From here, we want to think hips off the ground like there's a fire on the ground, and then twist open the pelvis slightly, and you'll feel that downside glute working really hard. 5-second hold, and then usually I slowly come back out of it. So that's the way that we're strengthening the lateral chain, not by focusing on one muscle, but the ability of the body to work in a linked fashion to stabilize through the lateral hip, which is also going to then affect the knee. Step 2, you can then just raise this top leg up. That increases the demands on stability a lot more. Again, 5-second holds, slow back down. Then you can get to the progression where again, we're moving not into just extension, but then also flexion. And remember, flexion is associated with relative femur internal rotation. So we're gonna come up, top leg lifted, move into relative rotation by dropping the pelvis towards the ground, then squat down. Here I can feel a little bit of a stretch in that downside glute. That's how I know I'm in the right position. I'm not dropping the pelvis all the way to the ground. 1, 2, 3. Drive back up, hold up here. 1, 2, 3. I could reset, or I could do multiple reps in a row. So pelvis down, femur internal rotation, squat down. I'm reaching. Now it looks like a hinge. 1, 2, 3. Back up, then relax.
Now, in the past, I've had Mirabai perform small single leg squats called a touchdown anytime she had small bouts of knee or hip pain. Single leg squats are actually an amazing way to build strong and stable knees. In fact, if you saw my last video, they land in the elite status for glute activation based on research for the glute medius, even without using any weight. And the glute medius, as we've talked about, is key for hip stability and therefore controlling the position and loads placed on the knee joint. But here's the twist. The single leg squat was extremely painful at first. So I gave her an exercise that is like a single leg squat, but with a kickstand to the side for balance, the Cossack Squat, with an added twist of having a band. This allowed her to load her body in a partial single leg squat position without pain. It also mimicked the exact position that her knee hurt in the setup of her snatch lift. Open hip, knee to the side. Here's how you perform it. Start with a band around your knee, pulling in across your body. Assume a really wide stance with your feet relatively forward. Drive your hips back and lean your chest forward in a hinging motion as you squat to the side. Your goal should be to mimic a squatting position when viewed from the front, with one of your legs just positioned out to the side. Now, let's talk about that band. It's a teaching tool used to train your body to find proper lower body alignment called RNT, or reactive neuromuscular training. In an effort to limit problem knee cape, your body reacts to the band pull to maintain balance. Research on squatting movements with this method showed an increase in glute max and medius activation as the body has to work harder to maintain proper alignment. I had Mirabai use a light weight also during this exercise. Squat down as deep as possible without pain, pause and hold that position for 5 seconds to build stability and control in this position of emphasis. One of the most common mistakes with this exercise is having unstable feet. If I can see floating toes, you're off balance and likely won't feel your glutes working hard. If this is you, lean your chest forward enough until you feel pressure pushing your toes into the ground. Maintain this full foot pressure as you squat to the side and pause. Now, a regression for those that find this really difficult is to forget the band and just focus on squatting to a chair or a bench. Just be sure you're squatting to the box. Don't sit back and relax onto it, as that defeats the purpose of this exercise. After performing those first 3 exercises for 2 weeks, she started to feel better, so we added back in the touchdown single leg squat. To perform this correctly, start by standing on a small box or weighted plate, usually about 2 to 4 inches in height. Before you begin the squat, drive your hips backwards and bring your chest forward. This movement engages the powerhouse to your body, the posterior chain. Your body weight should feel completely balanced over the middle of your foot, so toes down. Once the hip hinge is complete, begin your squat until your heel of the free leg taps the ground. After you've made contact, return to the start position. Make sure your knee stays in direct alignment with your toes during the entire movement. It should not rotate or collapse inward whatsoever. Even though the distance for a touchdown is small, you should start to feel your glutes working very hard after just 10 reps if done correctly, and no knee pain. If you don't feel your glutes eventually, or you experience knee pain, try to hinge a little bit more at the very start before you begin the squat. Think of this as an RDL to a squat. Once you get this movement down, I then use a 3-step progression to increase the difficulty and rebuild more and more pain-free capacity. The initial progression will be making the height of the box progressively higher. A good goal for many will be a height of 8 to 12 inches. As this gets easier, we then add a 3-second pause in the deepest position you can squat without touching the ground. Last, I'll again add a band around the knee similar to the Cossack Squat, which is going to increase the engagement of the lateral glute muscles like the glute medius to stabilize the pelvis and leg. Within just a few weeks of adding these exercises into her warm-up, Mirabai was back to lifting heavy again, completely pain-free. A few months later, she secured a gold medal at the 2025 Commonwealth Games. And 2 months after that, she also won silver at the World Championships.
All time! And Mirabai has done it. India once again back on the podium at a World Championships.
Now, if you want more step-by-step guides to fixing common injuries like this, check out my injury fix book, Rebuilding Milo. You can find a link below in the show notes. And for more Mirabai content, be sure to check out our pre-Paris Olympics training guide right here.